My drill sergeant called me worthless in front of everyone, then he read my file and went pale. Basic training, Fort Benning, week 2. I was struggling bad. Couldn't do enough pull-ups, my rifle qualification was terrible, and I was the slowest runner in the entire platoon. Staff Sergeant Foster had it out for me from day one. Every morning at formation, he'd stand in front of me and just shake his head. Bennett, you're the weakest link in this platoon. I've seen Girl Scouts tougher than you. The other recruits would try not to laugh. I just took it. What else could I do? He wasn't wrong. I was barely making it through each day. It got worse during the obstacle course. I couldn't get over the wall. Tried 6 times and fell every single time. The whole platoon had to wait for me. Staff Sergeant Foster finally walked over, got right in my face. Private Bennett, you are absolutely worthless. I don't know how you made it through the recruiting office, but you don't belong here. You're never going to be a soldier. You're wasting everyone's time, including mine. He said it loud enough for all 40 recruits to hear. Some guys looked away. Others nodded in agreement. I just stood there at attention, taking it. Why are you even here, Bennett? What made you think you could do this? To honor my father, Drill Sergeant, I said quietly. Your father would be embarrassed to see this performance. Hit the ground, give me 50 push-ups. I dropped and started. My arms were shaking by number 10. I could barely finish. That night, Staff Sergeant Foster called me to his office. I figured this was it. I was getting kicked out of basic training, but when I walked in, he was sitting at his desk with a file folder open. My personnel file. He looked up at me and his face had gone completely white. Private Bennett, he said, and his voice was different now, quieter. Your father was Staff Sergeant David Bennett? Yes, Drill Sergeant. He was killed in action in Afghanistan in 2012. Foster just stared at the file for a long time. Then he stood up and walked to his window. I served with your father, he said. Second deployment, Helmand Province. I was a specialist back then, young and stupid. We got pinned down in an ambush outside a village called Sangin. He turned to look at me. Your father pulled me out of a burning Humvee. I had shrapnel in my leg, couldn't walk. He carried me 300 meters under enemy fire to the extraction point. Saved my life. I didn't know what to say. Dad never talked much about his deployments. He took a bullet in the shoulder carrying me, Foster continued. Could have left me there, gotten himself to safety, but he didn't. That's who your father was. Foster sat back down at his desk. I didn't make the connection until I saw your file just now. Different last name on his uniform tape in my memory, but seeing his full name and the unit, Private Bennett, I owe your father my life. Drill Sergeant, I'm not my father. I know I'm not strong like he was. Your father wasn't strong when he started either, Foster said. I knew him in his first deployment. Kid could barely carry his own ruck, but he worked harder than anyone I've ever seen. He earned every bit of that strength. Foster stood up again. You're not getting special treatment because of who your father was, but you're not worthless either. Starting tomorrow, I'm training you personally. 0530, every morning before regular PT. We're going to make you into the soldier your father would be proud of. For the next 10 weeks, Staff Sergeant Foster worked with me every single morning. Extra pull-ups, extra running, extra everything. He pushed me harder than anyone else in the platoon. By graduation, I was in the top 10 of our class. Made expert marksman. Finished the obstacle course in under 3 minutes. At the ceremony, Foster shook my hand. Your father saved my life in Afghanistan. I just tried to return the favor by saving your military career. We're even now. He handed me a photo I'd never seen before. My dad and a younger Foster in uniform standing in front of a Humvee in Afghanistan. Kept this all these years, Foster said. Figured you should have it now. I still have that photo. Keep it in my wallet during every deployment.